Hey, sexy bitches out there, how you doing? I hope you didn't miss me too much. I think it's been about 2 weeks. But we are back with what's trending, and we're going to fill you in with everything that's been trending on the soar of the internet since we were last here. Otherwise known as Jack Dorsey and his bullshit. Okay? Your favorite opinion show where we look for the truth. And I give you my best shot at it. I can't promise you everything I say is gospel, but it's the way I see it, and I call it as I see it. So we have 7 trending things for you today, and yet I'm going to try to get this to be the fastest show we've done. So let's jump into it, huh? So tonight we have the second and last presidential debate. What happened to the second presidential debate? Well, it got shit canned because the moderator was from C-SPAN, which is supposed to be politically neutral, and it just got thrown out because he was on Twitter saying all sorts of fucking biased bullshit that, that's what neutral journalists from C-SPAN are supposed to do. Go on Twitter and root for one party over another. It's just fucking nonsense. So tonight we got even better. We got a leftist lady from NBC News of all fucking channels. Big surprise there. She's had multiple dinners with Obama at the White House when Mr. Obama was president. But again, there's going to be no bias. But I think they're going to focus on a couple of things tonight, like race relations, and we'll talk about Ice Cube a little later. But I just want you to keep in mind that Obama and Biden accomplished absolutely nothing for the African-American communities in this country. They're probably worse off now than they were back in 2008, to be honest with you. So just keep that in mind. Another thing I want you to keep in mind is the pay-for-play shit, okay, because they're going to talk about China, Trump tax returns with China, that his company made like $15 million, and it was a hotel that he owned in China before he ran for president. So, private business people aren't allowed to have hotels in other countries, apparently. And apparently they're not allowed to turn a profit. I guess you're supposed to burn them the fuck down and not make any money from them or just give them away. What would have been worse if he just gave it to the fucking Chinese government or if he paid taxes to them? So that's another crock of bullshit. In the meantime, there's all sorts of pay for play with access to Hunter, with access to Joe through Hunter. That's been coming out, but they're not going to talk about that tonight. That's not. If anything, Trump will talk about it, and now they have a mute button tonight. They'll fucking mute him, even though they're not supposed to mute him. They're supposed to let them talk for 2 minutes, then use the mute button. But I have a feeling it's not exactly going to go like that. I mean, it should, and I'd be surprised if it didn't. But you never know with these fucking. With these debates. It's always 2 against 1. And also trending last week, of course, was the Trump and Biden town halls. Again, with Biden, it was a love fest with Stephanopoulos. Another guy, he was in the Bill Clinton administration. All right, so I don't understand how you could be politically neutral and cover the news on ABC when you're in the cabinet of a Democratic president. And again, I actually like Bill Clinton. The guy wasn't fucking out of his mind left. He was pretty center left, and I thought he was a damn good president. So, again, I call it like I see it. I can't say the same about his wife. The what does fucking DePaulo call her? The ankle-faced dog or whatever, or dog-faced whatever. At the very least, she's got cankles and probably, a dog face. She was pretty cute when she was younger. But, I mean, she was more unlikable than Trump 4 years ago, so that's pretty fucking hard to do, if you ask me. But yeah, a couple things that stuck out to me on the Joe Biden town hall. Apparently now Democrats are the party of letting 8-year-olds choose their gender, all right? They're going to let a kid, with a penis get a vagina and whatever. I don't know how you turn a vagina into a penis, but I guess that's the only thing that stuck out to me besides the fact it was just a love fest. But yeah, that's where the Democrats are right now. They're letting 8-year-olds fucking choose their gender. When I was 8 years old, I didn't know which fucking Ghostbuster toy I wanted from Kitty City or Turtles toy. If it's a tough one, do I want Michelangelo or do I want fucking Venkman? But yeah, now you get to pick which sexual organ you want at 8. I'm not against if someone wants to transition, but maybe like high school, let them hit their teens or something. Let's meet at 13. Even that's a little young, but 8, fucking 8, really? And The thing with people that are going to vote for Biden, he can't get a fucking coherent sentence out. He put a 4-day lid on his campaign this week, back on Monday. It's Thursday today. And if you really cared about what's best for the country and you hate Trump, just stay home or vote for third party. There's plenty of people, there's plenty of third party candidates out there that can get a coherent thought out. It just makes me sick. It's like a cult with people too. At both sides, by the way. But especially on people that are fucking blowing Biden right now. Come on. Come on, man. All right. So topic number 2. This gentleman, Jared Leto, was trending yesterday. The news leaked out via Hollywood Reporter that he's actually on set for the Justice League Snyder Cut reshoots. And look, a lot of people, he got mixed reviews in the Suicide Squad movie that came out 4 years ago. Again, everyone I know, I keep telling them that's not the real movie, all right? The studio fucking, they pulled the carpet out from underneath the feet of David Ayer, who directed the movie, directed a dark, borderline R-rated movie. What we got was something that the suits wanted to make it more like Marvel and fucking gay it up and lighten it up and put in humor that didn't have to be there. You don't need humor. You could have a couple jokes. There was humor in the Dark Knight trilogy with the Christopher Nolan movies, but it came in like small doses. It was like a one-liner here, one-liner there, the hockey pants thing. But that's awesome. What's not awesome is that this got leaked out because Zack Snyder wanted this to be a surprise. But what is awesome is that it was trending. So hopefully it gets some more eyeballs onto HBO Max. And he happens to be on set the same day as Affleck and Ray Fisher, who plays Cyborg, and Mara, Amber Heard, who I don't even know how the fuck she's in this again. But I smell a nightmare scene. But we'll see. I thought he was a cool Joker. I thought he looked cool. All right, trending topic number 3, prayers for Dak. So that's how long it's been since I've done one of these. This was actually a week ago from Sunday. It wasn't like an abnormal tackle or a hard hit. It's just the way he went down. And, most of the bad injuries are not the hardest hits. It's like, I think the worst injuries are when a guy just falls the wrong way. And it sort of looked like this guy's ankle just exploded. It was pretty gruesome to see, but I got the impression it could have been career-threatening or he was going to be out for multiple years. But we were talking about this on my football show last Saturday. It looks like he'll be good to go in about 6 months. So that's amazing. I thought he was at the very minimum done being on Dallas, but it looks like who knows. Dalton's not exactly lighting it up against decent teams, go back to last Monday night. But we'll see what happens. Maybe he'll end up staying on Dallas. So keep your eye out for Dak. Prayers for Dak. And I hate the Cowboys as much as I hate certain people on the Democrat Party and certain Republicans too. But you never wish that on anyone. So topic number 4. Look at these fucking jerk-offs. Indigenous Peoples Day was trending. Just so happened to be trending on the same day as Columbus Day. And this is something that really ties my balls into a knot, if that's even a phrase or whatever. Probably couldn't do that now, but I would imagine I'm a good 30 years away from being able to do that when they'll be down on my knees. But, the thing about Columbus Day, it's about what the fucking guy accomplished. All right? I'm pretty sure if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here. I don't think anybody would even be alive. And for those that came here recently, I think they'd be somewhere else. I don't think they'd be here. And obviously my favorite part about Columbus, he was a greaseball Italian, which, how do you not love that? It's my own kind. But by the way, people forget. Italians were treated no differently than blacks and other minorities by the KKK. As recently as who knows when. They probably still have us on the same page as other minorities. So when people tell me I'm white, I just want to tell them to go fuck themselves and lick my balls. Fucking assholes. Funniest thing ever, I was in AC with my dad once, and he was sitting on this black lady, and she was telling us, "You guys ain't white, you Italian." There is a difference, though. I really do. But so this whole indigenous peoples I was going to call it bullshit, but I guess it's a real thing. It was trending, right? If it's trending, it's got to be real. Apparently, this hostility from Columbus comes back from a book from 1980 by a man named Howard Zinn, and it's actually the book that AJ was reading on The Sopranos when fucking Tony flips out on him. Columbus is a hero in this house. I just did like a mix of my voice and a shitty Godfather impression, but you get the idea. That's a good episode. Actually, my man Nick DiPaolo's on that fucking episode. He's got his famous one line. They got a license, Sil. Man. That was about protesting or whatever. And just a couple things I highlighted. The book, apparently it's not too credible. It goes into enslavement and systemic, there's that word again, violence against indigenous people of the Caribbean, including the genocide of the Taino people. And again, there's that word, systemic. I'm just so tired of hearing that fucking word. And I'm tired of hearing about the word genocide. I've never seen any genocide in this country whatsoever. And if there was genocide, it was the Native Americans genociding other Native Americans. But no one fucking talks about that. No one talks about what fucking savages these people were. Scalping? I don't think the white man brought scalping here. I think they did that. And I think they scalped each other before we got here. A whole hell of a lot more than what they talk about. And again, just a couple more points. Georgetown history professor Michael Kazin, a Democratic socialist, by the way. Okay, so he's no friend of mine politically. He called Zinn's book conspiratorial and bad history. All right, that's coming from a college professor who are the biggest ones perpetrating the, if you want to call it, the liberal takeover of our culture, or whatever you want to call it. And late historian Eugene Genovese, who knew the author Zinn, dismissed A People's History as left-wing sloganizing, all right? And at the time, both Genovese and Zinn were Marxists, all right? There you go. Just like Black Lives Matter. I agree, Black lives do matter, but I think the organization is horseshit. It's a Marxist fucking organization that are trying to take down the nuclear family and capitalism. But again, there's no mention of that on fucking CNN or whatever else, so it's fucking... Another waste of my time, fucking basketball. But the Celtics were trending because I guess the Lakers tied them for the most titles. And all I'm going to say is, who gives a shit? Next topic. But seriously, if I wanted to watch a bunch of racist clowns, I'd fucking put on Damon Wayans or something. You know, someone said that joke on a Stern roast. It's kind of funny. But seriously, speaking of Damon Wayans and the Celtics, if you haven't seen Celtic Pride, hilarious movie with him and Dan Aykroyd from the 90s. Go check it out. It's like a shitty comedy, but it's funny. And Daniel Stern's in it too. So Daniel Stern had a great 90s. And last but not least, what was trending? Ice Cube. And before I even say one thing about Ice Cube and what's gone on in the past 10 days or so with this gentleman, him and all these other celebrities out there, multi-millionaires, they're as conservative as it gets when it comes to their money and their personal finances, all right? And again, that's sort of why 50 came out this week and kind of in a backhand insulting way said he's voting for Trump. Even though he goes, I know we hate black people, but I ain't paying 62%. That's fucking crazy. But, you know, I don't see any of these liberals like Mr. Rob Reiner and all these other multi-millionaire celebrities donating extra money to the IRS on top of what they're paying now in taxes. You know, so I wonder where that, you know, I challenged Lebron to put his money where his mouth is a few episodes ago. So I challenge the rest of you fucking liberal assholes out there that are multi-millionaires. Why don't you donate more money to the IRS on top of what you're paying now if you think we need higher taxes so bad? You know. But anyway, Ice Cube, who, by the way, identifies as a free thinker, you know, he's getting a lot of the Uncle Tom treatment now because, God forbid, he thinks for himself. This guy never endorsed Trump. There's a lot of articles and headlines out there saying that he endorsed Trump. I couldn't disagree with that anymore. I still think he has no intention of voting for Trump. Nor Biden, by the way. He'll probably vote down ballot if he votes at all. But he's just trying to work with anybody that wants to hear him out. And they keep calling the Platinum Plan his plan. And again, these are his words, not mine. And I agree with him and his free thinking. The Platinum Plan is a plan that Trump had to inject money into black communities, which, again, I challenged LeBron to do, to get them, you know, up and running a little bit. because a lot of these kids, it's like upwards of 70 to 80% are born out of wedlock. All right, they don't have a dad, and that's the biggest problem right there. What BLM stands for, right? They're against the nuclear family. The biggest problem in these black communities is that these kids are growing up without a father. I grew up without a full-time biological father, but luckily I lived with two extra ones in the form of my grandfather and my uncle. And then I inherited one because my mom got remarried, and so I had a lot of fathers. That's why I turned out so great. But seriously, that's the biggest problem in the black communities, is not having two parental figures in the house. And again, these people, the people that are attacking Ice Cube right now. By the way, the Democrats. Let me go back a little bit before I say, by the way, the Democrats. What Ice Cube is working on is something called the Contract with Black America. So right away, they're trying to conflate that with Trump's Platinum Plan. So either Ice Cube reached out to both parties, or both parties reached out to him. I'm not sure which one it was, but he talked to both parties. The Democrats said, Ice Cube, wait, we're going to wait on this one until after the election. All right. He never spoke with Trump directly, but Trump's campaign said, yeah, let's talk. So they talked, and all they talked about doing, and I don't know how far along they've come with it, they talked about injecting parts of Ice Cube's Contract with Black America into Trump's Platinum Plan. All right? So Ice Cube's going to talk to whoever's going to listen. This guy's not a Republican. He's not a conservative. I doubt he's ever going to be a Trump supporter. But you know what? He probably gives Trump at least a little bit of credibility that, hey, he's listening. His campaign's listening. But I don't like these headlines that, they're starting to call Ice Cube or whatever. He's not working with Trump. He's working with whoever would listen to him. And I'm with Ice Cube. I think both fucking sides suck. But you gotta work with whoever's going to work with you if you want to get anything done. You know, that's why I'm flirting with running for NJ District 11 in 2 years from now, because no one else wants to fucking get anything done. And we'll see how that goes. Probably start getting dirt out on me now. All they got to do is play these fucking shows and my campaign will be over, right? I just gave him a soundbite. Well, all right. I wanted to breeze through these today. I'm not sure how long I went. I didn't time it, but that is the end of What's Trending, episode 5. Thank you again for joining us. If you like the show, please hit the likes button. Please give my channel a subscription. We're going to come at you tonight with a debate show. Not live. We're going to record it during the debate and release it after. And the best thing you can do if you like the show, just please give it a share. All right? That's it. Peace out, you sexy bitches out there. Stay safe. Love ya. Bye.